Welcome back to the good old boys. It's me again, here with my good buddy Doogan.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, man?
Doing all right.
Yep. So last night we
Dirty's
got
little bash.
little birthday bash.
Yeah.
We got a couple drinks in.
Got a little fucked up.
Yeah.
Had some fun.
Telling people about the podcast while we were at the bar. Wanted to keep it a secret, but somehow they already knew. Yeah. Turns out more people actually accept my views than I thought. They share a lot of the same views that I do, so who would have known?
You can't just go off company's views. I think real people views are
Right.
a lot more in tune with other people.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's nice seeing Dirty and all the people.
Yeah. Yeah, it was his birthday, so it's he doesn't really get to go out that much with us.
No.
So it's good to get him out there.
He went ahead and knocked up young. Got a little spring.
Yeah. Two. Oh,
Fuck that shit. I don't want a kid, bro.
I
Fuck
used to
that
not
shit.
want to, but I think I want kids now,
dude,
bro.
I was just telling my other buddy at work, dude. I went up to him. I was like, "Do you want a kid by now, bro? It would be nice, just have a little fucker running around and shit." He was like, "Nah, bro. I got a dog." 2 days later, my boss's little son was in there, fucking throwing rubber bands at him, slapping him in the back of the head and shit. And I was like, "You sure you don't want a kid, bro?"
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, bro.
I mean, I got a dog too, but like, I think at some point, not right now.
At some point, you want to share the wealth, but I'm too young for that shit.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want a kid now, but definitely at some point it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Have a little miniature you running around.
That you can
Try to make him go. See what happens if he goes the other way from what you went, That's what I want to do.
No.
I
I
don't
want
want
a little me. I want a little fucker.
You want him to do the same shit?
I'll have two. One that's like a good kid, Princeton kid. And then, one
Just
little...
a social experiment?
Yeah. One little
I mean, I
dropout
thought
kid.
about that before. Like, if you have two kids and is it fucked up to like raise them on two separate paths and just see who comes out on top?
It just depends on who you're asking at that point, I guess. But I feel like it would be funny.
Yeah. Psyoping little kids. Think about it. Like, it all is. That's what it is. It's all a psyop, bro. Fucking Christmas, Easter, the Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny. Like, come
Let's
on.
just like flip it. Let's start raising our kids on like some hellion shit. Just like,
little anarchists?
yeah.
No, dude, I want my kids to be fucking working on a farm.
Some
from a
Amish
young
kids.
age. Dude,
Some celibate pieces of shit.
bro, no, well, yeah. At least if I had a daughter, she at least better be celibate till she's married. But
No. You're going to have a little whore.
bro, like Amish, dude, you wouldn't test it out for a few years,
Amish? Nah.
Bro.
Those motherfuckers are crazy.
No,
bro.
dude, it's like
They're fucking
the most
crazy.
pure form of living.
I mean, to an extent, but then like when you add all like the religious shit in there and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not saying believe in it. I'm just saying indulge in it for a few years.
Just like go live off the land.
They'll accept you.
I still no.
Maybe not
no,
you,
no.
but like, I don't know their rules on that. But I could pass if if I showed up clean shaven, I could get in. But once my beard starts coming out, they might not accept me.
No, I think they like beards.
But that's what I'm saying is once I start growing my beard, they're gonna be like,
You
oh,
look
it's
like
all red, and they're gonna be like, ew, what
one
are
of
you,
those
fucking
ginger Mexicans?
Yeah. They're like, he
Is
has
that
no
Canelo?
soul, and he fucking crossed the border, dude.
Oh my god. Dude,
Or maybe they would accept me. They'd be like, he's Mexican. He's one of the hardest workers, cheap labor.
it would be fun to go to like they have that shit where they let their kids like go for a year.
Rumspringer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be dope to like party.
No,
with
it's
some
not
Amish.
a year. It's
It's
however long
they
you
want. Yeah. That would be dope. Just go party with a bunch of fucking Amish people.
That'd be cool. I'd like to find me an Amish girl on Rumspringer and keep her in the real world.
Converter.
Some of them don't go
Truly.
back.
A lot of them don't go back.
Yeah. I mean, you're like, they let you out at like 21 or something like that.
Right when you can drink and party and shit.
Why would you go back?
Fuck that. Maybe like when you're 40 and you're like, all right, I'm tired.
Yeah,
I'm
for real.
tired.
Well, like, you ever seen Sex Drive? You ever seen Sex Drive?
Sex Drive now.
It's where like, have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, this dude like meets this girl on the internet, and he's a virgin. They're like seniors in high school or some shit, and then he steals his brother's, what is it? It's like an old school GTO, I think. The Judge,
Yeah.
and like. So they steal that, and he drives it to another state to go meet this girl, and she's just meeting him up to steal his car. But like on the way there, they like go through the Amish country and shit, and their car breaks down, and the Amish people help them, and they fixed the car in a day.
But
Like
how?
they knew. Well, I mean, they got tools,
They don't have engines. That's fucking blasphemy.
bro. They're smart.
Bro,
as
that's
fuck.
blasphemy.
It's bro. I mean, I don't think there's any electrical shit on those old motors from back in the day.
They had alternators and shit. You had to have a battery.
Well, yeah, but
And I,
I mean,
think
other
even
than
like an
that-
engine. Dude, I don't think they believe. I think you like have to have a hammer.
well, it's also a movie too. But
I guess
you know
you're
they're
right
gonna
about
have
that.
tools, bro. And who you know they could have went to like some kind of school during Rumspringer. You know, they could have went to like an automotive school. They're allowed to do whatever they want.
Yeah, true.
That's better than them going out and partying forever.
Nah, if I was Amish, like the first 21 years of my life, I was all like secluded and I couldn't look at a chick's ankles without getting whipped or some shit.
It's not that
Dude,
bad,
I think
bro.
it's pretty fucking
I
bad.
think you're thinking of like old Amish. They probably did that shit in like the 1800s.
I don't know, bro. That shit's sketchy to
But
me.
there is a conspiracy that a lot of Amish,
Ooh, this is
that the
good
Amish,
shit.
they'll kidnap kids, and like a lot of kids that have been reported missing, they like it's a conspiracy, but like they think that the Amish kidnapped them because they're trying to bring fresh blood in
That's what I
because
was
they're
gonna
so
say,
inbred.
and shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
but bro, some of those Amish inbred girls are hot. I guess.
Get the fuck out of here,
Dude,
bro.
you've never seen an Amish girl, bro, in her fuck, dude, that little bonnet.
I will say, I remember being a kid at the zoo, and there was like a whole Amish family, and I was like, "Damn, that bitch bussin'."
Last time I was on a plane, last time I went to California, there was some Amish kids on the plane and standing in line to get on our plane to go to California.
So, did they have like Rumspringer in like the 1800s?
Probably,
You just like go to a brothel.
probably, yeah. Go get you a 2-cent whore or something.
Oh,
Rent a room for like 3 cents or something. I don't know. Think about that. Like, how many of those girls in these brothels were getting pregnant because they're not using condoms back then?
That's when like the coat hanger abortions and like dumpster
Oh,
babies and
God.
shit like that.
Prom night dumpster babies.
Exactly. You get a little top hat.
Prom night dumpster baby. I ain't got no mom or dad. Do.
And I'm taking a stroll.
Yeah. God,
Bro,
that shit's so funny.
Could you imagine an 1800s abortion?
No.
Just rusty tools. Just like, I don't, fuck that. It'd be like fucking 6 months pregnant, so it's already like grown, and they just like grab it out of there, throw it
Ugh.
away.
Well, imagine having a kid, like, not having all the technology you have now. Like, it couldn't have been very sanitary.
Well, no, bitches used to like die. I'm pretty sure like
Yeah,
fatality
yeah.
rates and shit, bitches would just die. Die.
That's not funny. I don't know why I laughed. But yeah, man. That's crazy. That's just imagine having to be the doctor, bro. That's got to be so gross.
Modern medicine. It's a miracle, bro.
Yeah, now they got sheets that'll cover that fucking
Yeah, I
crime
know,
scene
look
up.
at that shit. Dad, you come deal with that. Dude, I couldn't fucking. Yeah, you're right. I couldn't be a doctor in any sort of facet.
No.
Bro, like, could you imagine me a foot doctor? Them niggas, like,
I'm not a fan of feet.
I
so,
hate them, bro.
Yeah.
And then you got scum all over that shit. And
Think
just
about-
picking it up.
Think about the OBGYNs. Think about they don't. I used to think when I was younger, I was like, oh, that'd be a cool job. Like you just get to pick, but no, you don't get to just be like, oh, ew, you're ugly. Next,
No.
you got to deal with all of them, and
That's
then
they're
think
coming-
about
they're
the
coming
male
to
ones. That should be illegal. There's male OBGYNs. That should be illegal.
Yeah.
Like Dave Chappelle did a skit on it back in the day on his show, but like when he took his wife to go get a checkup, and he was like, and he's like, you just tell me what to do, and he just,
Well, it comes from back in the day, women couldn't be doctors, so you had like male gynecologists and shit like that.
so they were just fucking freaks already.
I mean, basically, but like you would sign up with that, and girls are coming to you for like problems with their pussy. So like, it's already fucked up. You know it's gonna be fucked up. I don't know how you could get horny off that shit unless you just
Ew.
really like stank shit.
Ew. I'm not a fan of that. That's nasty.
So fucking
Girls are a
Ooh,
lot more
Catherine.
gross than like the more you think about it.
dude, it grosses me out sometimes. Just bacteria, folds, fucking
Ew.
wetness.
Ew.
Just,
So the walls are caving in.
but titties are so nice, you just kind of deal with it.
Yeah, that's. Oh, you can hear that a little bit. Yeah, bro. So, you agree? Dudes should be banned from having that job.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
That's.
I mean, at this point, because we have women doctors, I don't know if they can do as good a job. That's a
But
joke.
maybe there's not as many females that do that job because they know how gross they are, so they don't want to deal with other girls.
I mean, I guess. Or they're just like,
But
I
like,
don't know. They say women don't take like productive jobs and shit now anymore. They go into like social studies or gender studies and all that dumb shit.
all the easy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you come out of college and you go, what the fuck am I supposed to do with a gender studies degree?
You could work at Starbucks to pay for your 14-year-old openly gay transgender offspring's reassignment surgery. They'll help pay for it.
I'm not a stripper. I'm a
'Cause the-
dancer.
Because the government should be paying for transition surgeries. So
Oh yeah.
for all kids.
Yeah, that's what I want
Hormones
my
and all.
that's what I want my tax dollars going to.
I mean, if we don't get it on the next voting ballot, I'm done paying taxes, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's insane.
So you guys went to that kickback last night?
Yeah.
I heard about there's a little nasty little rat you wanted to tell me about.
Yeah, I mean, this was an experience that probably a lot of people have had, but I
I
assume a
would
lot of
say
people don't get
everybody.
enjoyment out of it because I sure as fuck didn't. It's one of those like, as soon as she opened her mouth, I had to walk away just because listening. I'm not the smartest dude in the world, but like, just listening to this, whatever was coming out of her mouth made me feel dumb.
Yeah, I get that way a lot with like, I would name drop, but I guess I would hurt his feelings, so I probably shouldn't. But I understand that feeling.
I was just like, what the fuck? I don't understand. And then, she's a little bit younger. And then she's like trying to give. I was just fucking with her because she's already wasted, and she tried to ask me if I wanted a shot. And I was like, no, I'm good. And she's like, oh, are you in AA? And I was like, no, I'm in NA. Just fucking with her. So she thought that it was for real. And she was trying to sit there and tell me like, oh, your sponsor would be upset if he knew you were here. And I was like, what? When I walked in, you were like doing fucking coke on the table and you're wasted and you're gonna sit here and give me advice.
The fact that she brought up sponsors, it tells
When
you
she was saying earlier that she had a sponsor because
Well,
she
that's
was
what
an
I was
NA.
about-
I didn't
that's what I
even
was
know
about to
this. I was just fucking around.
that just tells you she's like a little fucking tramp.
Oh,
Just a little rat for the streets.
yeah. She was not the brightest crown in the box. Not the sharpest tool in the shed.
There you go.
You get rocked in the shed. Hung up like some rusty tools.
Like Manny at the bottom of the lake.
Oh, Lake Hood.
Some good memories in Lakehead.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, Dirty's house was always the spot. It's a surprise that, like, we never got really in trouble for anything.
Like, nobody got like a felony
Mm-mm.
that I know of.
And I'm sure we committed a lot.
We were little bad kids, bro. We fucked up that little neighborhood. And it was the rich kid neighborhood too, so it made it even better.
And since only one person lived there, we all knew we would just go home at the end of the weekend and not have to deal with it.
Nothing. Worry about nothing.
Yeah, that was a pretty good time, man.
You know, there was actually one thing I want to talk to you about. Have you seen that all this AI shit coming out?
Chat GPT,
Bro, like,
so I have it on my phone and I've been using it, and it wrote stuff for me, and it's biased, bro.
but like, have you seen like even like the face shit and like,
I
I watched like somebody like they literally made an internet like this chick say like, I want to go stab 5 homeless people on the street and all this like weird shit. It's like not even her, like
it's just AI
it's just
generated.
AI generated like voice and like her face movements and shit.
I saw there was like a picture of these like it was like 4 or 5 girls, like all blonde girls, but they all looked different, but it was all AI generated. And you could tell, the only way you could really tell was like some of the arms were in weird placements because they were all like taking a picture with their arms behind each other's backs and shit, but like the hands would be in like weird spots. That's how you could just tell. But if you just saw it and didn't pay attention, all you're paying attention to is 5 hot blonde girls.
Yeah.
You're not gonna pay attention to the AI. So eventually, bro, like they're
That's
gonna
just
have
gonna take over.
Oh,
everything,
dude.
bro.
These girls are gonna get pushed out of OnlyFans by AI accounts.
By AI,
Dudes are gonna be running AI fucking OnlyFans and shit.
Well, like that's what they're saying. They're like celebrities are gonna start selling their rights to their face, so you can really just
Bruce Willis already did.
Oh yeah, because it can't talk and shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. But it's like, could you imagine a whole ass movie with somebody like, and they didn't even act in it? It was literally just like, it's animated basically at that point.
Yeah, it's all CGI bullshit and then like AI voice. I think that they did a movie with Bruce Willis in it that he's not actually in. It's AI.
Is that just gonna like kill all creativity? We're just gonna have.
I mean,
fucking
dude,
AI
it'll like
doing
write
everything.
you whatever you like, just to see what it would be like. Like I had it write me out. I typed into Chat GPT like, write me a segment for a podcast about this, just some random topic, like whatever it was about, and it really did. It like wrote a whole fucking, not just like a paragraph, like it wrote a long, probably would have been like 10, 15 minutes.
Like a couple pages.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's scary.
It's like the South Park episode. Did you see that the last one where they were all using ChatGPT to text their girlfriends?
I've been waiting on this new season. I'm gonna wait till it all drops and watch it.
Dude, I'll tell you what, it's so good. There's 4 episodes now. I rewatched them last night. But they're so funny.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Matt and Trey are some of the smartest, funniest motherfuckers ever.
I watched Team America this morning.
I just watched that too. That's
America, fuck yeah.
Alec Baldwin.
Here to save the motherfucking day, yeah.
That movie is so fucking retarded.
Kim Jong-il, bro. That shit is so funny.
I'm so lonely. Dude, you couldn't get away with that.
No, not today. No. There's no possible way.
It's like the Robert Downey Jr. blackface. Like, you could never do
The
that
Tropic
shit
Thunder?
again. Yeah.
Yeah. That was so good too. Like, bro, you realize when that movie came out, I didn't know who that was.
Right. Yeah. Like, he was like kind of big in the 90s, but nobody really knew who Robert Downey Jr. was.
Like, I really legit thought it was just a black guy.
Because that came out before Iron Man.
So I was watching an interview that Iron Man came out like a month after.
I think Tropic Thunder came out in 07 and Iron Man came out in 08.
Yeah. And Iron Man's what saved his career.
Yeah. He was about to he was like stoned at a Burger King or some shit. Coked out at a Burger King.
Why would he be coked out at a Burger King? He wouldn't even be hungry.
Dude, I'm almost positive there's a story about him like methed out, coked out, and he's just.
Well, I think they caught him. He got like arrested with like a needle in his arm in his Porsche. I think, like driving into someone's yard or someone's house or some shit.
I thought you were gonna say some Pee-wee shit. Got caught jacking off in a theater or something.
It was a porn theater, bro.
Dude, that shit makes me mad. Like, what the fuck do you expect him to do in a porn theater? Just sit there and watch, go home and remember it all?
Well,
no, niggas trying to bust.
Yeah. That's fair.
Like, they didn't have Pornhub in the 90s. Could you imagine being in the 80s, 90s, and like, you had to go in a store, get a DVD down off the shelf?
I mean, yeah, but
Fat Bitch Fuckers 5.
Even when I like first started watching porn, dude, we didn't have like, not everybody had internet still at this point, you know?
Yeah. I remember I typed in, I was like 7 and I typed in sex.com and the first image that came up was this black tranny with this big ass dick. It scared me from anything on the internet for like 5 years.
That's hot.
He said, that's hot.
I know. The first thing I ever got was it was Girls Gone Wild on DVD, and I kept it under my mattress.
See, we stole Dylan's grandpa had a bunch of DVDs, and we used to steal fucking his porn DVDs and
That's
shit.
funny you say that because Finn, my buddy Finch, his grandpa used to have a bunch of we found like for years his room was in the basement and we had no idea that there was like a little bar area in the basement. We had no idea there was just Playboy sitting underneath the bar for like fucking 10 years. We had no idea. And then he's like, bro, look what I found. Just one day when I came over, I was like, this is sick.
We used to fuck with Dylan's grandpa too because he would be driving us around and we'd just start, because it was Shane Diesel and he'd sit there and go, oh, so he'd sitting in the car going, oh, Papa, what is that from? What is that from? Bro, Papa was the nigga.
I can't say it, but do you remember The Flip?
The Flip?
It was a video of it was just where this black dude was fucking this girl, and then he like in like this weird position, and he does like a somersault with her, like while he's fucking. I don't know.
What the fuck? Starts getting fucked like Amazon style.
But it's called what you called Papa Flip.
What did I call the nigga? Nigga flip?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Dude, you're Mexican. You can say nigga.
Yeah, I can't.
He said I can't.
I can't do it.
I'll get you to say nigga one day.
Not on video.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding.
You can say like spick. If you can say spick.
Dude, what age did you see? I was thinking how fucked up it is at like what young age I saw when all those, like all the like the viral videos that were going around, like the
two girls, one cup
videos.
Yeah.
Like it was like the 3 guys, 1 horse, or 2 guys, 1 horse, like 3 guys, 1 hammer.
Dude, see that?
1 guy, 1 jar.
I can't watch all that. Like,
I saw that shit at 10 years old.
Dude.
All of it on the same day.
I saw like the 1 guy, 1 jar video, and that destroyed
God,
me,
dude.
That was like a river. Fuck that.
Oh.
Video. And then he did an interview after that. He was like, yeah, it sucked, but I was all right.
Did you
Some
watch
Russian
Lemon
dude.
Party?
Did I watch Lemon Party? No. There was a picture that would come on a screen, but
People used to send that shit as a link. That'd be funny. Be like, look at this, and you just open it up.
that was like the original Rickroll.
Yeah, Lemon Party. Ew.
That's see, what's the goatsy?
Goatsy.
There was one where it's like a chick in a bathtub and she's just spraying shit straight up and it's just landing on her face. It was like Tub Girl or some shit like that, but she just
Tub Girl. I think I heard of this one. I feel like Dylan was telling me about this on the last episode. Or before it, maybe. I know I said it last time, but there was one that he showed me back in the day. This like German girl was just out in the middle of the street, like just on the sidewalk in the middle of a city, broad day, just on her back and doing what you were just talking about. Just
just shitting straight up, bro. Like a fountain.
On herself, yeah.
That shit. See, like I saw 2 Girls, 1 Cup and I was like, ew, this is fucking disgusting, but this is like a one-time thing, like never happens. These girls got paid or what. But I guess like shit's like a real fucking thing.
I think it's more German. I've heard that the Germans love that shit.
That
but they're
Scheisse.
a bunch of dirty, debaucherous motherfuckers anyway.
Yeah. We should have just eradicated them.
That's where they tried. That's where the bro, like if the apocalypse starts anywhere, it's Germany for sure. They're fucking disgusting over there.
That or Japan. You're gonna hate that
No,
one.
dude, I love Japan,
No,
bro.
they can get the fuck out of here too.
I saw this video that made
me.
me sad, but it was funny. This lady was like, all it was just a clip, and she goes, she said, anime is a perfect example of why 2 nukes wasn't enough. I'm like, that's fucked up.
They do, but that's what they say. Is like we bombed them into like sissyhood.
Yeah, I mean, they say we emasculated a whole population of men, but like, I don't know. You want to know something too? Like, they say how racist it is over here, bro. You want to talk about racism? Go to Japan. Like, 98% of the population. It might not be exactly 98, but it's in the 90s. So I'm pretty sure it's like 98% of the population of Japan is natural born Japanese person. Like, they don't have a lot of foreigners living there.
Yeah.
They don't. It's so hard to
like
live there as a
island.
foreigner unless you work for like a big corporation or some shit. And a lot of times if you try to like get a place, they won't even rent to you. There's restaurants where they have signs that say no foreigners on them because they just don't.
Shit.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I'm not mad about it. I don't give a fuck. I still love Japan, but I mean, you want to experience real racism, fucking go to another country.
Yeah. Well, that's what a lot of people say, like, you can't judge America or other countries until you go to other countries. And that shit's real. Like, a lot of people just
that's the thing.
And they'll say, like,
you know how racist Europe is?
Right, you know how racist, like, Africa is?
I don't, but yeah, kind of.
Like, even against their own fucking countries and shit like that.
Yeah, it's like they probably all hate, just like, you know, we have stupid shit here in America where, like, you know, like we live in Missouri, but they're like, oh, you know, everybody in Kansas, they don't know how to fucking drive. It's like when you go to another you go to another place like Africa, it's no different than just like states, you know, even though they're own individual countries, they all probably hate each other like that.
It's just like natural human instinct to have us and have them kind of shit. So like we're better than them.
Yeah, if you're in a certain community, yeah.
Yeah. You have that happening now in America.
Well, the wildest thing, like I remember hearing before that, like some people were trying to say that America created started slavery.
Well,
that we created slavery,
just
like
retarded. That's something a retarded person would say.
I mean, it's like every person has been a slave, like no matter.
Like race-wise, you mean?
Yeah.
No matter color.
Slavery has never been dependent on skin color or race. I mean, it has, but not all the time. Like, just throughout history.
It's been said a million times, but slavery is still going on today. Child labor is going on. They have those
the
fucking
people
cobalt
on fucking any of your smartphones, especially your iPhones that we're recording on right now with this video, like a fucking slave labor child made that fucking thing, and I know it.
And I'm fucking happy about it.
They better keep doing it. I'm about to get a new one. Don't fucking let me down.
No, I was watching. They're like, they had these little kids like doing rubber trees and shit like that, and all this like hard labor.
I saw one of the African countries. I want to say it was like the Republic of Congo or something that got in trouble for child labor. Oh no! It was the chocolate.
Yeah, that's yeah.
The chocolate farm, like the cocoa farms, got in trouble by the big corporation. Chocolate companies were using the farms that were using child labor, and they got in trouble for that shit.
But that's how they always like. It's like, oh, we don't hire.
We're helping the community.
We don't hire the slaves.
Yeah.
We're outsourcing it, and then they just might, kidnap kids. And
it's just one of those things. Like, obviously, it's all for money, but it's like if you really cared, wouldn't you maybe look into who the people that you're contracting to do this work also have on, like, just go through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Dude, all these fucking just like charities and all this, it's like nice, but like I have no idea where that fucking money's going. It's just going in a fucking billionaire's pocket.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
I think like there's nonprofit organizations only have to actually give a certain amount of the money they get every year towards what what they're profiting for. Yeah, if that makes sense. Like, whatever they're getting this
I don't want to get the wrong word. It was like one of the big ones, like Wounded Warrior or some shit. And they were given like 3% to actual
Yeah.
Some shit like that. Like
I'm not positive. Will you look that up?
Or was it
see which one of the nonprofits was like giving just 3% to veterans?
And then like I know fucking Bono's shit with Project Red, Apple, and all that shit. They're like,
I got the Project Red phone
for AIDS. He's like, oh, we're not actually giving any money to AIDS research. It's just for awareness.
AIDS awareness?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm aware of AIDS.
I think everybody at this point is aware of AIDS.
We've known that AIDS is a thing since the 80s.
Speaking of AIDS, bro, that brings me back to Team America when they got the actor dude to come in and he was just singing a song about AIDS on Broadway, so that everybody has AIDS. Yeah,
AIDS.
Who is it?
Wounded Warriors.
I think we're looking for to see if there was one specific one got in trouble for only giving like 3% of the actual donations. I think
it was a list. They had like a list of like a bunch of them though.
So it wasn't just one.
No, it was like that. You think they would be giving more than they actually are.
Right. Because I don't want to besmirch any of them, but.
Yeah, I don't want to say, oh, this one's a piece of shit, and they're actually giving like 90%.
Right. I think Wounded Warrior. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a big thing too. Like, that needs. I think a lot more money needs to be allocated towards that. Like all the veterans coming home that are really fucked up from everything.
Yeah,
because that's like where a lot of the homeless population comes from. A lot of those guys were in the military, and like just whenever they come back.
I think we also need to understand that not every veteran is created equal. Because like I got a kid that sits next to me at work. He's still technically active duty. He's a National Guard, and he just came back. He was stationed in Hungary, and he was a cook, but he didn't cook the whole time he was there. He just talked to the Hungarian people that he was stationed with about like he would like just assign them shit and stuff. But it's like, is that the same as a guy who's gone into fucking action,
No,
like
no,
an
no,
infantryman?
And that's something my grandpa told me about, like in Vietnam, because he said that it just always pissed him off that there was guys that went over there, but that's what they were doing. They were either like, it's not like he was saying he's mad that they were cooks or whatever.
Yeah,
He was mad he was mad at the fact that once they came back, they would use that to be like, oh, I served. Yeah. Like I served. I was I fought with blah 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 whatever. When in reality, they were just cooking or they're like a janitor or something like that.
That's why like my grandpa, he never wore his shit on his sleeve because it was like he was in World War II. He got drafted. He got put on a boat. Was told if these bombs don't go off, you're gonna have to invade Japan and get them back. Bombs went off. He got to go home. So like he didn't actually see any action, but
right.
He still got like all these military benefits and shit. But he didn't like sit there and go to VWs with like his hat on and shit.
Yeah.
Stolen value shit.
Bro, my grandpa didn't even take his like any of his military benefits for years. Like my aunt and uncle had to my uncle basically had to convince him to do it once he started getting sick because he got Parkinson's from the Agent Orange that they dropped in Vietnam.
Yeah. So he was Vietnam.
Yeah. So
those guys got like hated when they came back.
Yeah, no, and I mean, obviously Vietnam was a fucked up situation and it shouldn't have happened. But like they shouldn't have blamed those guys because those guys didn't know. No, they were lied
drafted.
to.
They were drafted.
Yeah, well, I mean, like my grandpa went when he was 17 before he was even. Yeah, he left. Like my great grandpa did not.
Well, you
have
to understand like the generation before them, World War II and all that.
Yeah,
shit. Korea.
He just felt like it was his duty to go and do it, so that's why he did it. But I mean, like until he really got sick and shit, that was when he finally started taking the benefits. But it was wild, dude.
Dude, but like war is so different back then than it is now. Like dudes were you'd be away from your family for 4 years, not talk to them.
I don't think we would go anywhere nowadays where there's like guerrilla jungle warfare now because
we couldn't to an extent.
I mean, I guess we have way more technology now. We wouldn't have to, like we don't even have to fight these wars now. Everything's like drone battles now, really.
For sure.
And who's got drones? We do. We got fucking American drones.
Yeah, but then they take our American drones and use them against us and shit. Fucking, you seen those Ukraine drones where they're literally like dropping bombs from like the cheap ass they'll like tie a grenade to a string. To,
I saw one.
Cheap ass.
I saw one where it was I saw a video on Reddit. This guy was dude, he was American for sure, but like I don't know if he was actual US military or like private military. But he was in all the military outfit. It said he was in the military I don't know if he was still in or whatever, but he was showing the Ukrainian soldiers how to like attach an RPG onto a fucking drone and like send it and they like tested it and shit.
Yeah. Well, no, there's like a video of the drone and it has a camera on it and it flies over this bunker and there's like 3 guys in the bunker and they're just like looking up at it. And then you just see the grenade drop off the drone.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy, bro.
I mean,
it's weird because I think Rogan said this is like the first war that we've like had cell phones.
Yeah.
And the dudes are out there with like cell phones.
And that's the thing is like nobody wants to talk. Either nobody remembers or just nobody wants to talk about 2014 when this happened the first time when Russia took Crimea the first time or Kiev something. I don't fucking know. Don't care. It's not my country, but they were there, and I remember watching those videos. Like they would have live feeds from the Ukraine, but the videos would constantly keep getting shut down. So you just have to find the link again, to other ones.
Well, there was like this was like I think it was like Croatia or some shit but like they used to Dagestan, some fucking one of those Russian white Muslim countries or whatever, but they fucking one of those
Those
worst.
motherfuckers are scary.
Dude, they're scary. But like, it was like the first like cartel video. Like they literally like had like a shitty flip phone camera.
Yeah.
And they're like filming like a beheading with like a butter knife.
Ugh. That's where I think I remember seeing this 3 guys, 1 hammer where like they were literally just beating a guy to death with a hammer.
They were Russian too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it was Russian.
They were like I'm pretty sure they got like multiple people. They're like running around getting homeless people. Those people they could find on like I think I watched a video on those motherfuckers. They're a piece of shit.
Can you imagine a whole country of just Hasbullas?
Dude, that's like the pygmies, right? African little pygmy things. They say that Africa is home to the smallest country and the tallest country. They got one country that's like 7 footers.
Oh, the pygmies that they're in Africa?
Little fucking, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Like 4 foot tall motherfuckers.
Is that where Willy Wonka got the Oompa Loompas?
Dude, that might be like from the book. He like saw a pygmy and he was like, oh, that's an Oompa Loompa.
Dude, for real, right?
Yeah. I'm going to take them back to my factory. Could you imagine working pygmies? They seem pretty happy. They just sing a song.
I think there's a deeper meaning behind the Oompa Loompa, and I feel like it's it almost seems like slavery, bro. It seems like Willy Wonka's a slave master, and it's almost not cool.
Like slaves have like wading in the water, like they have like their slave songs, and that's what the Oompa Loompas are doing every time they kill a little kid. They just have to sing their little slave song.
What is it? Swing low,
sweet
cherry. Is that racist that I did that? I hope not. Sorry.
It's funny.
Didn't know. I just know the song.
Is it anytime like somebody else covers a black thing, it's racist? Like Elvis, he's racist, right?
No.
He's a piece of shit.
I mean,
what's his name? John Fogerty, the guy from Creedence Clearwater Revival. He was born. He has a song called "Born on the Bayou," and he sings with a deep Southern accent. But he lived in Northern California his whole life. Is that racist?
No, if he's just using a Southern accent.
Yeah, and he just like wrote a song, but people come after him and shit.
Because he used the Southern accent?
Yeah.
How is that? How is a Southern accent just racist if you're born in the South? I mean, he
wasn't born in the South.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, that doesn't make any sense to me. That's like, I mean, hello, Doogan. No, that's racist.
People will say that's racist.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
How is that racist?
I don't know. I don't know how a Southern accent could be racist. I mean, it's just that's the problem is that there's nothing for people to do anymore. So now they're just trying to think of new ways of like, oh, well, this is racist now. This is racist. This is transphobic. This is homophobic. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Like
the South Park episode of the 13% victim.
Yeah. You remember that one?
Yeah.
They did the 23 and the ancestry.com shit, and he's like, I found out I'm 16% victim. I'm 23% victim. Like. That's what this is. What about South Park? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I said that. But have you done that?
23? No,
I won't do it because I don't want them to have my DNA information.
My mom did it. So
my mom
got
did
all
too.
of her shit, and then I guess my dad, because I found out actually this dope story. I found out I had a long lost brother, and he found us from 23andMe, because I guess he did it, and my other brother that I knew of did it, and he was like, "Oh shit, it says we're brothers on here," and then he asked his mom, he was like, "My dad's Michael McAllister." Yep. He's like up in Michigan or some shit. My dad just went up there, banged a chick, got her pregnant, and left.
That's why I don't want to do that for that reason either, because I'm sure my dad didn't take care of his 3 kids that he knows of. Who knows how many other kids he has?
For real. Like, that's some crazy shit. Niggas would literally just like drop a kid in a bitch and just leave.
Well, I mean, you got to think if it was like a one night stand kind of thing, he probably wouldn't have known he got her pregnant. But
I get that, but like
it's also kind of on her too. Like, you know, don't have sex with random people unprotected, right?
Yeah. True.
But
But it's just
I
like,
guess it could go
do you
both
not have
ways.
any sort of like, oh shit, I have a kid. I should probably like.
But if
what's
she
up.
could have never found him and told him, you know, like how, unless he did know,
I have no fucking idea.
it's like, I
I don't
mean,
know.
I can only speak for my situation. I'm sure my dad would know and just not. Obviously, he wouldn't do anything about it if he did know. But
Well, that's like these bitches that like exploit child support on all this shit. It's like if the guy's in the relationship trying his best to be with the kid, you know, has 50-50 custody or whatever, what the fuck are you collecting child support for?
yeah, it's a spite thing, and
Like just because we had a bad relationship and it didn't work out, why does that have to be anything with the kid? Like why do I owe you
yeah, I
money?
think as long as you're actually taking care of and like supporting the kid, you know, 50-50 like you said. And yeah. I mean, I can't really speak on it. Like my mom never got child support, so I don't know how that shit works.
I mean, my mom was supposed to get child support, but I don't think she ever got it. She
Yeah.
wasn't going to sit there and try to sue somebody that's not fucking there.
Yeah, exactly. That was my mom's thing. Well, and he's always in prison. He never, if he did have a job, he just fucking, it was like under the table, so he's not getting taxed.
Yeah.
And if they do find you while they're looking for child support, all they're going to do is put you in jail. And then what? You're going to make fucking 4 cents a day if they make you work. And then your 4 cents a day at the end of the month is $12.
Did you hear about that shit? I guess so like prisoners were able to get fucking stimulus checks
What?
back whenever like they were giving out the COVID checks.
How?
They weren't allowed to get them forever, and I guess just recently they're like, well, no, I guess we were supposed to give them too because they're so
This
like,
must be in California.
these fucking prisoners got like thousands of dollars, and they're sitting there with like shit ton of drugs, everything you could ever want in prison. Like the economy just like zoomed up. Like back, you know, you would trade like a pack of cigs for like a butt fuck. Now it's like they got like thousands of dollars.
A pack of cigs for a butt fuck.
Dude, I want to do well in fucking jail, bro. Cause like I'd walk up to like the biggest. They say you're supposed to like just walk up to the.
I think that's how you
motherfucker.
die, bro.
That's what I think too.
Because
bro.
I'm assuming like the biggest, scariest guy is probably going to be the dude that's in there for life and doesn't give a fuck if he kills you. Because what are they going to do?
If
Give him
anything
more time
happens.
on top of his
Exactly.
lifetime sentence? Like,
exactly.
and if he's in there for killing somebody, he's obviously not afraid to kill you again. Like,
Or they say like if somebody punks you or some shit, which I feel like as a man you'd have to do something, but at the same
Right.
time it's just like I don't want to die today. I guess I gotta die today because I got punked, so now I gotta go do something, and now I'm dead.
yeah, that's why. I mean, bro, I've never even been. I've had one speeding ticket that did fuck me, but I mean, other than that, I've never been arrested or anything like that. So.
Well, like I told you the other night, I got a fucking ticket, and then I got a call the next day, and they're like, "Yeah, you need to come in for fingerprinting."
I told him, bro, this is illegal. They called him and said, you got to come get your fingerprints for a speeding ticket. And I was like, they just wanted to get his shit in the system because he's fucking half black. They just want him in the system.
that shit was
they
weird.
just want to keep an eye on him.
That's because
That's fucked up.
he literally gave me it was a possession ticket too. Like I had 3 tickets. I had like no insurance, speeding, and possession. He was like,
Whoa.
"Well, the good news is I'm gonna let you go home tonight." I was like, "Cool." And then like I get a call the next day, and he's like, "Yeah, you need to come in for fingerprinting."
Swear that's illegal, bro.
It felt sketchy. Then I go in at fucking like 2 a.m. It was back when I was working at Lamar's, so I work overnights. So I go in at like 2 a.m. I'm sitting in this fucking thing for like 20 minutes waiting for this officer to come get me. And we're like sitting in this elevator because all the jail shit's downstairs beneath Lee Summit.
Yeah.
And he's like telling me about how he's going on this Colorado vacation. I'm like, "You gonna smoke?" I was asking this cop, like, "You gonna get high?" And he's like, "No, we can't, unfortunately." I was like, "The fuck? It's legal." Dude, that's why I couldn't be a government employee. I couldn't do it. I was about to I passed my ASVAB. I had like a 92. I was about to get enlisted.
I was gonna do that shit too, go to the Navy, but like
I don't want to stop smoking, bro.
It's not even that. I'm too afraid of what's going on right now, and I'm too afraid to end up going to fight for something stupid like Ukraine.
Was it Julio that got kicked out for doing acid in basic?
I don't know who that is.
He went to North.
Julio. I feel like I've heard this story, but I don't think I know who this kid is.
It was him, and he has a brother too. I think Julio might be a year older, and his brother might be a year younger. But
kicked out for doing acid.
Yeah,
bro.
he fucking did acid in basic.
How
fucking retarded could you?
I think it'd be like, I think it's a good thing. I wanted to do it too. Like, it's good. You'll get to experience some shit. It's 4 years, so it's not like a huge chunk of your life.
You get a good bonus.
Yeah, you'll get the benefits. You'll get paid the whole time, and you basically could just save your money. And it'll give you some like discipline and a different like perspective on life, And I think it'd be good to take a break from getting all fucked up.
Yeah.
For a while. I mean, and I don't really drink, so I think that would help too, because that's all they can do. And these dudes get fucking wasted.
Well, I've been looking at like fucking like the Masons, Freemasonry and shit. Like, it would just
you gonna get into that? You gonna become a Freemason,
dude? It'd just be nice to be in like a biker gang or some shit,
bro. If you get into the Masons, bro, will you tell me? My uncle won't tell me.
Dude, so I have a guy that works at my work who's a Freemason, and his dad just passed away, and he was a Freemason. And he always wears his shirt and shit. I was like, so, like, what's up with that? And he's like, yeah, I mean, we kill goats and we rape virgins. That's what we do. He was joking, but it's like, I don't know, bro. I feel like that's kind of what you do.
Yeah, no, he's hiding it. He's hiding it in the open. He was joking with you about what they do, so that way you think he's just joking. But he's not really joking. I mean, I don't know. My uncle's into that shit. It's not my blood uncle, but like.
But from what I've looked, it's supposed to be like a heritage thing. It's like you can trace your lineage back to like stonemasons. From like but now it's like they're just letting anybody in.
DC is built in a bunch of Masonic geometric like patterns and shit, like the sacred geometry, and like you can just see all the masonry like patterns, like the checkerboard patterns, like in DC all over. You can, bro. George Washington was a Mason. Like, yeah, our country was built by those motherfuckers. There's something deeper to all of like whatever they're doing.
But they say like you can't tell anybody. So if I tell you, I might get killed.
They're not.
But like, what if I get killed?
Just don't tell me. Just write it down.
Just write it down.
And then maybe it gets maybe you accidentally put it in a fucking envelope. It's the wrong paper. You were in a rush. You're trying to mail something, and I'll just keep it collected, keep it to myself for years and years. And at some point, I'll just fucking release it before I'll have like a kill switch set. So like if I ever die, that'll get released.
I just feel like if they
I'll redact your name on all the documents, bro. We'll make them classified.
If they really have something like real fucked up going on, they must have some sort of like, they must get something on every individual that joins, if that makes sense. Like they must like have some dirt or something like that.
So I don't think it's like as crazy as we're thinking on the lower levels, like of what.
I don't think they're sacrificing.
Right. I think it's more of like an Elks Lodge kind of situation, like where it's just like dudes can go to get away from their wives and
that's
drink.
What I'm saying. It's like a brotherhood kind of. It's like you want to be something more than just yourself.
On the lower level. Now, when you get higher up into that shit, they're definitely on some weird shit.
Well, that's like
I don't know, but that's the thing is I don't know if they're the good guys or the bad guys.
Well, that's like Scientology. That's kind of the same shit. Like on the lower level,
Scientology is just a fucking cult, bro. That's literally all it is.
It's not a cult; it's a scam. But
a scammed cult, yeah, exactly. I mean, dude, they're tax exempt because the guy who has written more science fiction than anybody else on the planet created a religion. And like, bro, Tom Cruise, one of the most famous actors,
bro,
he's at the top of the shit with the fucking leader of Scientology, David Miscavige, who by the way was not supposed to take on the role as leader of the Church of Scientology, he kind of weaseled his way in there after L. Ron Hubbard died.
Who's that one actor that pretends he's not gay, but he's
Travolta?
Actually, yeah, he made that.
Pretends he's not gay.
He made that Battlefield Earth movie, and that was the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
I've never seen that.
But it's that's an L. Ron Hubbard book.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Well, they think like
Xenu and all that dumb
dropped
shit.
the Thetans into the volcanoes of
Bring
Earth,
up
and
fucking South Park again. They have that whole episode, and whenever shit,
and it's so
text on the
it said
screen.
this is actually what they believe.
Actually, what they believe. Dude,
Yeah, I've listened to a lot of podcasts like Lex Friedman. You ever listen to Lex Friedman?
Yeah.
He had a dude that like escaped Scientology on there, and he's like has a website and like a YouTube series where he's just like hoping that other Scientologists
who's that
come
chick
across.
from King of Queens?
Leah Remini,
Yeah.
she was one too.
She speaks out quite a bit.
There's a documentary I watched.
But
I
you
think
have
it was
to be-
called
you have to
Going
be
Clear
Fucking Going Clear is
on
Scientology.
HBO. Yeah.
You have to be fucking retarded though to get sucked into that shit. You're just so rich that it's like, okay, I'll give you my money.
I mean, for those people, I think they're getting something else out of like the Tom Cruise, but like the normal people, it's just like how anybody else, like you could always say that you wouldn't get sucked into it, but until you're in like a situation where, like, say you're in
I
a
want
real
to do
bad,
one of those like audits where they put the like thing on.
oh,
your
where you
head.
hold the
Or,
meter
and
thing,
it's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
oh,
I
that
forgot
would
what
be
it's
fun.
called.
I think it's called an audit.
Yeah. That's what it like an audit session, yeah. But they have a name for I think it's like an e-meter or some shit, and
okay.
it's supposed to test.
Yeah.
It's supposed to like test if you're like
Actually a believer, but it actually just looks into your bank account to see if you have enough money to pay them.
they just try to find out if you're a Jew.
You're like, oh no, you're poor, you can't join.
But
They had a fucking table at the gun show last time I was there. It's like, what the
the Scientologists,
Yes, they literally had like a big sign.
Were they selling guns?
No, they had like fucking books and shit.
What gun show was this at?
KCI.
Really?
Yeah.
I was there like maybe a couple weeks after Christmas or something like that. And
It was whenever I got my AR. It was last year, but
damn.
yeah, they had a fucking whole ass table, hot blonde chick sitting back behind.
That's why they sent the blonde girl in there.
And then right next to him was like a Nazi memorabilia table.
Bro,
It was
I was
fucking
looking at all
dope.
that shit. I always want to buy some because it's a piece of history and it's like
It would be
it's
dope.
cool shit, but like I don't want to have to explain to somebody like, yo, why the fuck do you have
Why do you-
this? Like it's history, bro. I'm not a fucking Nazi sympathizer. Like if I can get old American World War II memorabilia, I'll buy that too.
See,
They had a whole like,
Illegal.
huh?
I thought it was illegal.
Dude, it's not illegal
No,
to own Nazi
you
memorabilia.
can own German shit.
Yeah, like bro,
you get
you
old
could.
German helmets with the SS on them and shit.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of
That
shit.
Nazi stuff specifically was like only for museum purposes.
In Germany, I think it's
Yeah,
illegal.
in Germany, you can't even say Nazi.
Yeah,
They'll fucking
they're
hate
real
you.
Nazis in Germany. You can't even say they're Nazis.
I think it would be dope to go to Germany though, just to see like all the Auschwitz and all that shit. Like,
Make sure the smokestacks are real
make
from
sure
the pictures.
it's real. Just go in that gas chamber.
Just go to confirm the numbers.
Yeah, I think they might have got gas.
Bro, I heard this thing, Mel Gibson. So when Winona Ryder like came out, like it was like a while ago, but saying how you know about Mel Gibson, he's not very friendly with the Jewish community.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
really?
so I guess he asked some guy at a Hollywood party, he's like, "You're not an oven dodger, are you?" Like, bro, I've never heard that before, and that's so fucked up to call somebody that, especially in Hollywood at a party, like where they're all super liberals, but like I guess if you're just a man's man like Mel, you don't give a
Dude,
fuck.
you don't give a fuck.
Dude,
Mel
Australia
Gibson is
is
one
goat
of-
for pumping out some dudes, some tough motherfuckers, some real men,
Yeah,
some real blokes.
you got like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
Faggot.
but
I
they
guess I
are
can't
kind of
say
pussies
little 'cause
though.
he would
Like
beat my fucking ass.
they are kind of pussies. They bow down to their government like a bunch of fucking cucks over there.
But you got to go back to the original ones where it's just a bunch of criminals. Literally, Britain was like, "All right, we'll just throw all of
Yeah.
our criminals on this island."
That really backfired, didn't it? Turned into their own country.
Because they fucking
I guess they're still technically ran by England. Nobody like England basically is still a colony of England. They own that shit regardless of if it's got its own status as its own country. Like, dude,
Is Australia like how America should have gone? Because like there was already like native people, like the Aboriginals and shit, and then we just threw a bunch of like white people there, and they got kind of they got along, didn't they? Did they kill each other?
The Aboriginals?
And the white people?
Yeah, they were not fans of those folks.
No, okay.
Yeah, they weren't I'm pretty sure they had like a genocide of those people, and
so it just happens everywhere then.
Yeah,
we just go
yeah.
in.
Well, you got to think like Genghis Khan. Nobody wants to talk about that. He killed millions upon millions of everybody that was just in his way. He really didn't fucking care.
Nobody wants to fucking talk about what Japan did before World War II, invading China.
Oh, like the rape of Nanking.
Dude, that shit's so fucked up.
Yeah,
like if you read into that shit.
I haven't gotten too into it, but I've heard
dude, just look up
stories.
rape of Nanking. You'll see a picture of a baby on a skewer.
Okay, fuck, man.
It's some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like those jabs. We did the right thing.
Dude,
we did the right thing.
Yeah. I mean, I won't say that, but I love the culture. I love the Japanese culture, bro. I mean,
Like what? The art style?
The art. Okay, so the art.
Girls, that's exactly
I do love the
it.
Japanese, the sweet Japanese angels, bro. They're just beautiful angels. And
the lollies.
Dude, just like the artwork, the style of architecture from like the old architecture from back, like the style of the houses and the temples and shit. Bro, the countryside, Mount Fuji.
They just like stole that shit from China. They're like, look what China's doing. We'll kind of make it look like that.
Well, I think
kind of not.
Don't quote me on this because I'm not 100% on this, but I think it probably was Chinese people that immigrated onto Japan at some point back in it had to have been like 1,000 years ago. Bro, the samurais, the coolest motherfuckers from back in the day. Samurais, bro.
Ninjas were better.
They were fucking with samurais, dude.
Ninjas are from Japan too, though. So I guess
but they're not fucking with samurais.
They killed samurais,
bro.
That was the whole thing. It was samurais versus ninjas. The little farmers turned on their like little fucking black shit, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go kill the fucking samurais." Samurais were like the royal guard.
Yeah, I remember that a bunch of the ninja tools or ninja weapons started out as farming tools.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And they like snuck around. They wore blue, not black,
to blend in with the night sky. Yeah.
I think I have all this information from like Deadliest Warrior or something.
Yes, bro. That show was so good. Deadliest Warrior was, bro. It really pissed me off when they did the Spetsnaz versus the Green Berets because my grandpa was a Green Beret, so it made me mad when the Spetsnaz won. Which I kind of understand. Like they were saying they made those motherfuckers crawl under barbed wire with like crawling through bloody water and shit.
But then they had like the fucking Spartans win. Like because every season I think they had a winner or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And like how would a Spartan beat like a Navy SEAL? That makes no fucking sense.
Good point. Yeah, because
like I don't give a fuck how big he is. I have an M4 and
right, in body armor. Like throw that spear. It's not going through this. It might knock me down when it hits me, but
dude, they had the Zulus on and all their shitty tool. Like they had like wood weapons and like shit like
boomerangs
that.
And shit.
Yeah, and they were going up against like ninjas, and the ninjas slaughtered them. Dude, I love that show.
Yeah,
that shit was the shit.
That shit was good. Where are we at?
We're at an hour and
103. I'd say that's good. You ready to wrap it up?
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, thanks, buddy, for coming on.
Yeah, it's been fun.
We're gonna get you back in here for sure. I'm just trying to get all the people that I like. You know, I might at some point. I want to get different perspectives, so we might at some point get somebody that doesn't agree with me, which would be good.
That'd be fun
because I just spout the same shit, and people are probably tired of it.
You can actually have it like a debate or some
right.
shit.
I don't even know if I could debate anybody. I might be dumb.
Yeah, you just don't get angry. Is what I would say. Like actually, like talk.
Oh, I'm gonna trump their ass. I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be like, oh, have you seen your wife ugly as a dog? Oh.
What do you? He was just like, He was like a third. He would argue with Shane Gillis. He said he like argues like a third grader.
Yeah.
because he wouldn't even like say it's right, but his confidence would just make.
There
it
was
right.
one where I guess like a reporter said, or somebody in the crowd said that like they're like Ted Cruz is a pussy, and he goes, "Oh, what did you say?" And they say it again. He said, "Oh, he said Ted Cruz is a pussy. I would never say that." Like so, he just like he dissed him without like directly doing it. He's like, "See, I would never say such dirty words. I would never call Ted Cruz a pussy."
He straight up called that one chick fucking ugly. I forgot her name.
Yeah.
It's like,
Have you seen
she's
the?
ugly.
There's the one where the reporter was asking, he said, "What did you say?" He was like, she's like, I wasn't thinking. And he's like, "Yeah, don't worry." Or he said, "I know, you never are." She's like, "Excuse me?" He's the GOAT, bro. 2024, bring him back.
For real.
Well, all right, man. Thanks for coming again.
Yep.
It's good talking to you. Hopefully this is a little better than all my other ones solo, because solo is not good for me. But
man.
Thanks again, dude. It was fun. See you guys next time, I guess. Please come back.